approval.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Bunke, second by Mr. Hansi. We including the water report on that, or should we just have a discussion on
I
that?
was just gonna point out a couple of things on that, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Just so you can understand what all these numbers are all about. But the highlighted yellow part is for 2010, and it just shows the total gallons pumped, and what we've sold, and what others that we've accounted for. So sometimes they're not metered gallons through a household or a customer, but we know what we've used the water on, because we've either metered it out of a hydrant, or like for hydrant flushing, they know how many gallons they go through if they flush for a certain length of time. And for fire training and different projects that we have going on, we keep track of the water that we're using, so we can allocate. Some of it we're not getting revenue for, but we're at least accounting for it, so we know it's not just being wasted water.
Well, I gotta say, comparing 93 directly to 2010 is very startling for unaccounted gallons and accounted gallons.
Yeah, and there were, state standards have gotten stricter too, and they, you get penalized now if you pump too many gallons of water, or if the city pumps too much. But one of the things is that you'll find that as you've raised the rates, people have been more careful and cautious about how they use water, because it costs more, so they're a little bit more careful about how they use it. There's less waste in the after the flood. We found many homes that had leaking curb stops and leaking pipes, and now a lot of those things have been fixed. We found all the meters in town have been replaced, so that's gotten a better handle on where the actual gallons are going, because we have meters that are working now all over. They're all working. So we have better control over and better handle on where the water's going. So that's a good thing. And years past we had underground leaks that we didn't even know about. I mean, they could be leaking for a long, long time, and then all of a sudden it comes to the surface, and then you realize you've had millions of gallons that have been running away from you for a long time. So, and you can see some of that history from those past years, where we realized where there were big leaks in different parts of town that caused us a lot of loss of water. But we have since the flood, you can see where we've had less gallons pumped, and we've got less customers as well too. And the customers are just being more careful. So
the unaccounted gallons in 07 and 08, 11 million and 15 million. Would that be, you think, attributed to leaks in the underground someplace?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like from the last part of 07, for sure. After the flood, there was a lot of lost water there, and a lot of water was not accounted for, because it was, all the cleaning and hydrant flushing we had to do and everything, and just plain, people, we'd get a call that somebody's house was flooding because their water line burst, and or it got wrecked because of the flood, or something broke or whatever. So yeah, the 07 and 08 there's a lot of flood related things in there.
Do you know, as far as percentage of unaccounted for, where like average of towns our size around us, or state average will be?
I think the state is asking everybody to be like between 10 and 15% as a goal to shoot for. So
okay.
we did really well this in 2010. And some of it is just being a lot more cautious about you know, fixing the leak at the swimming pool, or keeping track of every time we waste water in the reservoir or the water tower or whatever. It's just keeping track of that kind of thing too.
2010, 4 million gallons is still quite a big amount for uncounted gallons.
Well, compared to 1999, when it was 43 million gallons,
Yes, I see that, but
I think it's an improvement.
it is, most certainly. But still, we'd like to cut that down too.
What accounted for getting from 43, it got down to about 8 in 2003, Kathy? What can we,
Well, there too, we fixed a bunch of leaks.
a whole
and-
bunch of leaks here.
Yeah, and we had started changing out meters and such, you know, just being more careful, and probably the rates started going up around that time too. That really does make a difference, and it makes a big difference too to commercial customers whose sewer rate is based on their water usage. So when the sewer rates go up, a commercial customer is more likely to try to come up with ways that they can reduce or reuse the water too, because it cuts down on their sewer fees. So that's a good thing all the way around, that it helps people be more aware of what their expenses really are, and they can come up with some alternatives to help on the costs.
All right, any more comment?
Is there a direct correlation, Kathy, between, or have you and Jeff noticed a direct correlation between the electricity that the pumps use to the gallons delivered? Is that how Jeff determines efficiency of the pumps?
I don't know about these, we have flow meters that record the water, you know, as
Water
it's
that's
going
being
out.
pumped.
Yeah, I guess I can't speak to that. I don't know enough about the
Okay.
electrical pumping. I know they have those what are they called? VFD pumps in the wells or something.
Very big pumps?
No,
Backflush.
no.
I don't know what they would be either.
Variable frequency drive something, I don't know.
Okay.
Some of those are,
Okay,
I don't understand all that well enough.
I'll ask Jeff.
Yeah.